Oyo minasan. Hi everyone. Yes, I am back. Okay, it's been a long time, I know, but don't worry about it because I come with a new, well, of course, English project. But anyway, in this video, I will talk about a person whose artwork and popular movies that I loved. Most people may know about him. I mean, not all of them, but he's a Japanese animator, director, producer, screenwriter, author, and manga artist. He is Hayao Miyazaki. Okay, you may know him if I say that he is a co-founder of Studio Ghibli. You know Studio Ghibli? A film and animation studio that drawing like anime style. And he had many movies like this and more than that. But let me talk about his early life, career, and how it starts. Okay, let's go to the timeline. Hayao Miyazaki was born on 5 January 1941 in the town of Akimonoshu in Bonkyu, Tokyo. His father Katsuji Miyazaki was the director of Miyazaki Airplane, which made radars for fighter planes during World War II. He grew up in Bonkyu, but in 1944, when Miyazaki was only 3 years old, his family evacuated to Utsunomiya. After the bombing of Utsunomiya in July 1945, Miyazaki's family evacuated to Konoha, so he moved many cities. Miyazaki began school in 1947 at an elementary school in Utsunomiya, completing the first through third grades. I don't know about him a lot, but the only thing that I know that he didn't even decide in one school in high school to study, so he moved to many of them, until he find his place. The high school named Toyotama, so he continued there and studied there. But let's back again, because when he studied there, he found himself, or let's say he aspired to become a manga artist, but discovered that he could not draw people. Instead, he only drew planes, tanks, and battleship for several years, When he finally graduated from high school, he attended Kyokushin University. He was a member of the Children Literary Research Club. I don't know how to spell it, but anyway, the closest thing back then to comic club. Miyazaki graduated from a Gokyokushin with degrees in political science and economics. Wow, that's amazing. And yeah, after graduate from college, after it comes for looking a job, it's hard thing for him. But what happened that he get many problems with the company, and finally he found the toy animation. It's a big studio actually, and he worked as in-between artist on the theatrical feature and anime Doggy March and the television anime Wolf Boy Ken, both in 1963. And after that, he becomes a leader in a labor dispute soon after his arrival and becomes chief secretary of Toys Labor Union in 1964. It took just 1 year. Did you believe that? That's amazing. Wow. Well, by the way, he didn't even work by himself. He, as a leader, he must work with a company, make some relationships. So he make some friends, and his best friend called Izu Takahata, and spawning a lifelong collaboration and friendship. Yeah, he's a good friend. Miyazaki later worked as a chief animator, concept artist, and scene designer on the film called The Great Adventure of Horace, Prince of the Sun. It released in 1968, I think. From 1969 to 1980, you can see how many films that he makes and released, but this is only early film, like he didn't even, not all of the people know him, of course. But in 1984, you can see it, he released one of my favorite films, it called Sherlock Holmes. The other called Nayoka of the Valley of the Wind. You might not believe that. You might not believe. I'm telling you that the film crossed 1.48 billion yen. Could you believe that? Billion! Too much for me! Wow! And you know that from 1986 to 1992, he kept releasing many Ghibli films that he never stopped. Like we have Castle in the Sky, My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, my favorite, Only Yesterday. But in 1994, Miyazaki began work on the initial storyboard for a film called Princess Mononoke, based on preliminary thought and sketches from the late 1970s. So he wanted to change his idea for making films. And he gathered all his company and his friend to do this film. Upon its premiere on 12 July 1997, Princess Mononoke was critically acclaimed, becoming the first animated film to win the Japan Academy Prize for Picture of the Year, of course. The film was also commercially successful, earning a domestic total of 14 billion yen. Wow. Wow. And becoming the highest grossing film in Japan of several months. I have no comments actually. So that when he released a new film called Ponyo. Ponyo is the film that I said before. It released on 2008. But guess what? The commercial film success earning 10 billion yen. Can you even believe that? End of the month and you have 1 billion. Wow. Placing it among the highest grossing film in Japan actually. In September 2013, Miyazaki announced that he was retiring from future films production due to his age.
手放しておりません。ただフィルムがなくなっただけです。今世界からフィルムが消えてしまったんです。ちょうどいい時でした。
Yes, of course, because he is very old, like he may be 80 years old like that. But he wished to continue working on the Studio Ghibli museum displays. So yeah. So Hayao Miyazaki finally got win in Oscars 2 times, of course, and have many prizes in Japan, and he is very famous, by the way. The reason why he making those films, I can say the goal of it.
基本的に子供たちにこの世は生きるに値するんだということを伝えるのが自分たちの仕事の根幹になければいけないというふうに思ってきました。それは今も変わっていません。
That he want to tell the children to live their life, the life deserves to living. So, yeah. You can see from 22 to final year that he retiring, 2013, he make a movie. That movie is very, very, very beautiful. Like he is talking about his work and how it started his life. So I'm telling you, and I'm giving you advice to watch it. It deserves it, like really it deserves. So that's all for now. If you have any question, come on, I told you everything. But anyway, you can search for Wikipedia. But anyway, thank you. またね。